Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 Premium SPG, otherwise known as Fifi La Pew Pew. It says that on the side of the vehicle, and other people call it a leaf blower, a leFH, or leFH. And this one is on the south spawn of Mines, and it's under the command of T1000100. Game started. Well, it's the old version of Mines. This is a replay from 3 years ago. And it's the pre-HD map. I think it's March of 2018 when this battle was recorded. Enemy hasn't made it to the top of the hill yet. In fact, the first enemy's been seen over on the islands. Oh, here we go. OI experimental and an M4. Rounds out in the OI. Direct hit for 142. Now, as you know, the 105mm light field howitzer will do 410 alpha, and it'll penetrate through 53mm of armour. And it was much easier to get pens back then because, of course, Wargaming have been secretly nerfing Arty for years. Of course, they won't admit that, but it is true. You can see that on the figures, on the amount of penetrations that they managed to get back then, and how much you can get today. Rounds out the T-34, direct hit, kills him. That's his first kill. Okay, we've got a KV-1S and LTG. Rounds out the KVS, and yes, got a hit, and looks like it hit the engine bay as well, and tracked him. Rounds out again. Oh, it went to one side. Now, T1000, as we'll probably call him from now on, actually had 42 rounds of HE for his Arty. This is one of the few Artys that can actually carry HE as well as heat and armor piercing. Back then, in fact, it was one of only two that could carry those rounds. Of course, now, with the changes in 1.13, you've got the standard HE, the special shell, which is also HE, and the armor piercing ones. But of course, they don't do as much damage as the ones that you have on the Fifi. Rounds out the KV-1S. Oh no, Matt just managed to catch the rear of the vehicle as he went behind the building. Now that one went over the top. He only needs a near miss to get the OI, but the kill goes to our OI experimental instead. I'm not sure he can get a shot on that LTG, so instead he's decided he's going to go for the SU-100M1, who's sitting on the plateau above their cap area. Rounds out. Okay, lost sight of that one, so we're going to go to the Cromwell. It's not the same Cromwell that was going on the island. Oh, another kill. So that's two now, and there's the SU-100M1. And that was a direct hit, but because he went unspotted just as the shell landed, we didn't see how much damage it did. In fact, he's pulling back because the T-43 is making a dash towards our cap area. Nope, that was a little too late. But this Arty loads very, very quickly. It's around about 8 seconds. Direct hit there on the second shot. He'll need at least 2 more if he's going to take that guy down, unless he gets a 10. This is where I normally have the heat rounds, because if somebody comes towards me like that, I'd like to get one definite penetration. Rounds out. That's a hit. Definite hit. The KV-1S is now, what is now one shot. Rounds out. Kill shot. So that's 3 kills now for T1000. And we've got another enemy tank making its way in, a T-3485. Now it's not the premium one, that's the tech tree one. Rounds out the T-67. Oh, he killed that one. I think he was aiming for the T-3485, or maybe it was the T-67, but he got nudged by the enemy T-3485, and he's been killed as well now. So another 2 kills, he's up to 5. That's out. Definite hit on the engine bay of that T-3485. Go for the kill shot. He's loaded. And he gets it. That's his top gun. Okay, there's only 4 enemy tanks left in the game. The SU-100M1 we saw, who was above the on the plateau above the cap. An LTG who was over in the northeast corner of the map, or was. In fact, he's just been killed. And a Hellcat and a Stug 4. Now the Hellcat's now making his way towards the centre. He's hiding behind that rock at the moment. The Stug is actually on the hill at this moment, and I think that T1000's just noticed that. And there's the SU-100M1, so he did come up onto the hill. Now, can you get a kill on this one? Dialing it in. Let it settle. Rounds out. Good hit. It was on the front, actually. It looked like it hit the engine bay, which is in the front of the vehicle. Rounds out again. No, that one missed. He's got 11 rounds left to do this. Only 2 enemy remaining. Rounds out. Good hit again. Only 32 hit points this time. In fact, it looks like that guy's trying to line up a shot on the Hellcat in the Type 58. Fires a blind shot in. Meanwhile, the Hellcat is very cheeky. He's coming down the hill and he's shooting into the rear of our guys, but T1000 finishes him off. And that means now there's only 1 enemy left. T1000's got 7 kills. Can he get the Radleys? Well, not with that shot, but he got 139, which is almost enough. One more shot. No, that one didn't work. Just needs one more on-target hit or a splash. And he's earned a Radleys. The other 2 members of the team, the Hellcat and the Type 58, are rushing around the hill. Meanwhile, T1000's firing blind onto the hill to try and catch this this enemy, this SU-100M1. Both of those players have got very low hit points, though. If they do find the enemy, he's just as likely to shoot them straight away. But at least T1000 will get to know where the enemy is. Well, this is interesting. It looks like he's actually come down from the hill. Because you could do it in that vehicle. And there he is. He's actually round the other side. So he came down from the hill and... Yes! That's the final shot that wins the game. And that wins a Radley Walters medal as well for T1100. Here's the end of battle stats for that game. It was an ace tanker for T1100 in the 105 leFH18B2. He got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 15. And he got a Gauze medal for doing more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points of his own vehicle. A Radley Walters medal for getting at least 8 kills. He got 8 exactly. A Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. And finally, he got a High Caliber for dealing the most damage in the game overall. Let's have a look at team score and see where he was. There we go, top of the table, 2,287 hit points of damage. The next highest scorer was the M18, who got 1,523, and the third highest damage was the SU-100M1 on his own team with 1,518. When it came to kills, he had the highest number of those with 8. 3 kills went to the SU-100M1 on his own team, and the T-3485 on the enemy team managed 3. And when it came to base XP, he's the top of that one. So he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,217 experience points for T1100. 788 went to the M18 Hellcat, and 740 went to the SU-100M1. He fired 39 rounds of ammunition during that game, so he only had 3 rounds left at the end to finish off that SU-100M1, but he got him with a lovely shot as he was trying to disappear around the corner of the rock. 19 direct hits, 19 penetrations on the enemy, and 5 splash. Damage of 2,287 hit points, of which 2,006 were at more than 300 meters. He damaged 10 of the enemy, killed 8, and did 280 hit points of damage assistance in that one. On a premium count, he earned 51,219 credits, and after ammunition resupply, and of course it was only HE he used, so therefore he made a whopping great profit of 46,227 credits. 1,826 XP, 730 for this being a premium vehicle, took away 2,556 experience points altogether. So another example of how good the FIFI can be if you let the aim dial in, and T1000100 was having no problem letting the aim settle on the target before he shot. And in some of his games he was getting snapshots off as well, but accurate ones because the reticule was almost fully dialed in by the time he actually fired. But yes, he was racking up a lot of damage on the enemy. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.